There's a man named Ron Cleveland, you know he's the real deal. The real deal. Out in the wild, casting lines where the water meets the reel. He's got a heart full of fire and hands that build with pride. In his garage late at night, where the dreams come alive. Ooh, dreams come alive. Oh yeah, yeah. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Ron's the kind of guy who'll light up a grill with a sizzle and a laugh, got that backyard thrill. He's out there on the weekends, pitching up the tent, living life his own way, every single cent well spent. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the ride. With chair, poet, drinking, let's sit a while. Ron Cleveland's live, bringing country style, with friends in the mix and the grill in between. This is Ron Cleveland's world, where life is serene. And the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. The garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage to the river. There's a man named Ron Cleveland, you know he's the real deal. The real deal. Out in the wild, casting lines where the water meets the reel. He's got a heart full of fire and hands that build with pride. In his garage late at night, where the dreams come alive. Ooh, dreams come alive. Oh yeah, yeah. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Ron's the kind of guy who'll light up a grill with a sizzle and a laugh, got that backyard thrill. He's out there on the weekends, pitching up the tent, living life his own way, every single cent well spent. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never Welcome to Ronstein, where the good times always feel. Oh, sit back and enjoy the loud chair, pour a drink and let's sit a while. Ron Cleveland's live, bringing country style, with friends in the mix and the grill in between. This is Ron Cleveland's world, where life is serene. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. The garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in, enjoy Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ronstein, where the good times always fit. Enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage to the river. There's a man named Ron Cleveland, you know he's the real deal. The real deal. Out in the wild, casting lines where the water meets the reel. He's got a heart full of fire and hands that build with pride. In his garage late at night, where the dreams come alive. Ooh, dreams come alive. Oh yeah. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ronstein, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Ron's the kind of guy who'll light up a grill with a sizzle and a laugh, got that backyard thrill. He's out there on the weekends, pitching up the tent, living life his own way, every single cent well spent. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ronstein, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ronstein, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the loud chair, pour a drink and let's sit a while. Ron Cleveland's live, bringing country style, with friends in the mix and the grill in between. This is Ron Cleveland's world, where life is serene.
Slow as shit, says test.
I hope everything's working. I hope y'all know that I did this move for y'all.
Billy says slow as shit or cold as shit.
I want y'all to know that I did this move for you tonight.
Oh Hayes says bout goddamn time.
Yeah, fuck off. It's negative 33 out here and I moved this fucking fish out to try and get on Fish for You, so you can fuck right the fuck off them stupid comments. I'm out here in fucking tennis shoes moving a fish house.
Billy says one more week of cold as hell, then you should get some 30s and 40s.
I don't want 30s and 40s. 30s and 40s mean we lose all our fucking snow that we haven't had this year. Tells me I got one more week to try and catch some fish. Once we lose the snow, fishing's pretty much done.
Yeah, big pattern change coming end of month. Going to be sloppy.
Which means we'll probably be in the garage. My fucking graph is lit up like Christmas right now.
Wee Govey says nice work moving the house.
I gotta be straight mental to think that this was a good idea, especially on a night like tonight. One of the coldest nights of the year, and what do? I was mad, is what it was. Because I sat over at the other lake and I had to make some phone calls, talk to a brother that just got incarcerated on some bullshit charges.
How deep is the water under you?
20.3 feet.
Billy says for all you newbies, Ron is in extreme cold warning. Wee Govey says you are the Minnesota polar bear. I am sure you moved it in a short sleeve shirt too, you sicko.
Thin jacket and a pair of tennis shoes.
O'Hays says should have done it faster. OG says minus 25 wind chill here.
There, that's what I think of your stupid ass comments. Oh, but he subscribes.
Billy says O'Hays bye-bye.
He subscribes and donates bits to your streams. I don't give a fuck about money. That's what people don't seem to understand.
OG says damn it OHAZE.
Told him I wasn't in the mood for his stupid ass comments tonight. And what does he do? Comes right back with another stupid ass comment.
Billy says Barracan had the tally. He already had 5 chances, lol.
Yeah, well, he just burned up his last one. Guess he's not a cat after all. See, the smart guy would have just went home, put a little message on Discord, hey guys, it's really cold. I need to move the fish house, but we're going to move it tonight, so we're just going to call our night and we'll try again tomorrow. No, not Ron Cleveland. Ron Cleveland says, I am the Ice King, the Minnesota polar bear. I'm going to move this fish house no matter how long it takes in negative 30-something degree weather. And I think the battery for my heated socks is already dead. Either that or I lost them. Oh yeah, batteries are dead. Well, that didn't last long. I think I bought 2 pair. It's like, why aren't these working? They worked great earlier. Well,
You think you are over the crappie, and that is what is on graph.
I don't know. I could be getting interference. There's a lot of shit underneath this lake. There's an aerator that runs in this lake. There's a lot of stuff. So we'll find out. I don't have nothing really lighting up the charts here, but I may have to switch jigs out. We'll see if the old plain old hook and BB works here. Usually it's a Wonder Bread jig. Here's kind of the go-to. The daytime still the gold jig to get on some of the sunfish and stuff in here. No, we definitely got fish underneath this. I'm going to figure out how to clean the graph up. The aerator's messing with it pretty good. I'm really hungry. Didn't bring no snacks out here. I don't have any. No, I think I killed that bag of chips. I did. Yeah, no snacks out here. I'll probably fish for an hour tonight. I'm on like a foot of snow, foot and a half of snow. I parked this right in the middle of a snowdrift. So we'll see what happens. Usually I try to park further away from the aerator so I don't get interference here.
Wee Govey says minus 33 is wild.
Yeah. Got one up here though. Looks like he's pretty solid.
Fish House Nate says I am heading to Leech Friday morning.
Right on. Half-gas garage was up there. They had all right luck. They didn't crush them by any means. Oh, is that Glacier get-together thing?
Matt says hi Ronnie.
Matt, what's happening? I only drilled one hole. I'm only going to be fishing for a little while.
Fish House Nate says yep.
I don't have a Glacier. I'm not cool. Glaciers are for the cool kids, and I don't have one because I'm not cool. I'm part of the nerd herd. Definitely nerd herd here. Nerd of the herd right here.
They say anybody can come, don't need Glacier.
Nope. Nope. Ain't doing it. I don't own a Glacier. Sold enough of them. Probably sold more than half their salesmen that are selling them. You think they'd say, hey Ron, you do a great job for us. Let us get one. Let us get you into a nice one here. Represent us well. Let's get you a nice 21-footer, tandem axle, hydraulic with all the fixins. Oh no. Nope. Not Ron Cleveland, they won't do that.
We can put a sticker on your shack say Glacier Law.
No, we'll get one that looks like Glacier, like their Glacier logo, but it'll say Glizzy.
Lol.
I'm going to set up with a jig and a minnow head tomorrow night. I should be out here fairly early tomorrow. I know I gotta be out here tomorrow because I've already got one propane tank that's low. I don't know if it's low or it's frozen, but you know what? I'm just gonna drop this thing on the bottom. Drop her down there. Let her hang out on the bottom down there. And then,
I think I'm going put my up for sale after season test the water.
good luck. Market's flooded with them right now. They're handing out killer deals on overstock right now. I don't want to burst the bubble, but there's a lot of Glaciers online right now. From what I understand, they're not giving shit for trade-in on them either.
I don't need sell, just going see what happens.
You might luck up just because of where you're located. Somebody will be like, well, that one's close. Let's go look at that one. That's how a lot of these guys have been selling them. I could not believe how flooded the market is right now of fish houses, but unfortunately people are hiring a kite with what they think they want for them. Oh, dip in my lip. Should I see if I got a whisper from the old O'Hays? So they figure out how to find them. Twitch Turbo. No, that ain't it. Nope. Isn't that sad? I don't know how to find Twitch messages. They don't make that very easy, by the way. Trying to double run me again. I don't even know how to check them on here anymore. Why do they make this stuff so difficult?
Billy asks Nate, what happens if someone gives you what you want? New one for next season? Fish House Nate says, yep, new one.
You go on Glacier again? What are you gonna do? Nope. No whispers.
Yep, 20 feet smooth side.
Nice.
And buy small home-made one for early ice.
Oh. Buy a small. I don't get that. Buy a small homemade one for early ice. You're going to get a smaller one for early ice? Oh, buy a small homemade one for early ice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm out of it. I should make me a cup of coffee right now, but I don't want to set all this shit up. Tomorrow I'm going to get out here and set stuff up. I need to be running one.
I like the new 2025 houses.
Oh, I do too. As much as I've moved around this year, I really wish I could afford a hydraulic house because they would have got me for whatever price that they would have been asking. I'd have been like, take my money.
Beside bathroom door smaller than mine is.
Oh, yeah? I will tell you that is one thing I miss about having a camper fish house, boy. Set up and getting ready to move, I miss that part of it. I miss that a lot. That was nothing for the Redneck Ice Castle. 7 minutes I timed myself it took me to tear that thing down and get moving. This thing, it takes me a minute. So what I have to do is I have to lift this up, stick a block underneath it, drop the foot pad, go to the other side, do the same thing. Lift it up, get the pins in, run the jacks up. Go to the front, lift it up, block it, put another block underneath the hitch. Do that, and then I have to do all that in reverse order coming out, or when I get out here. So,
Matt asks Ice Castle fish houses?
junk. They're not... I don't like the way they're... The main thing I don't like about them is the way they're wired. And I've talked to a lot of people that used to build them, so I have a really bad taste in my mouth about them. So...
Loki Fishing says howdy Ron and chat.
Loki, what's happening?
Matt says good to know. Hey at Loki Fishing.
Like the one like
Billy says hey Loki.
So like the smaller ones.
Hey Matt.
The smaller ones are okay, like the honey holes, the grandpa's hideaways, because there's not a whole lot in them. But I've got some friends who've gotten the bigger ones, and a lot of them have had wiring issues. Like I got some friends.
Matt says at Weathercop.
I got some friends.
Loki Fishing says thanks Og.
They are diehard loyal to.
Matt says 31K holy smokes.
31, that's cheap. Matt Olson 5, he just paid 40 grand for his. I mean, he got some stuff that's getting installed in the spring that weren't on it, but he's got an AC that's getting installed. I like his if I'd actually fit in the bathroom. Nate's I fit in the bathroom, kinda. I can use it. Snacks, he never uses the bathroom in his. Yeah, I think I'm going to set up the noodle rod with a... Get that set up. I wonder if the old Chartreuse Wonder Bread will do some kicking around here. The old Chartreuse Wonder Bread. What do I got on this one? I got a Gold Jig. That's my daytime one. Typically, it's just minnow heads that work here, so we're gonna, and it's usually Wonder Breads, but we're gonna mess with some stuff right meow. Take this dude's head off with his head. The reason I drop the minnow bodies in the holes is because it keeps them good. It keeps the minnow bodies good, so that way if I need to cut another piece off it, I could just reach down there and grab one real quick. Or if you throw them out here on the floor or set them out here somewhere, they dry out really quickly. I can just reach down there with my ice scoop and grab that if I need it. Try the old Chartreuse Tikka Flash. Usually it's the white Wonder Breads that I have pretty good luck out here with, but I don't have the fish house arranged right now, so I don't really want to go through the work of digging one out. Normally this lake sees a ton of activity, so you usually got to keep this stuff moving, but this year it hasn't been getting beat on so bad, so I'm not really going to be sure on how to fish this. Almost like I'm a few feet too deep. But once you figure out the lure on here, what jig to run out here, what lure to run out here, it's pretty solid out here. Like I said, next year I'll be making a little better system for lifting this thing up and running a gun. MTM, it's negative 33 outside with the wind chill. Probably colder by now. Billy could check for us. It's negative 13 on the lake without the wind chill. I'm going to get a weather station for this thing next year too. I miss having my weather station. Where's my glow light? You know, the one that keeps, the one of the three that I manage to find once in a while that keeps disappearing on me. Tomorrow night, if all goes as planned, I will be out here early and we will be going to church. So be prepared to hear a sermon of some sort from one of the pastors that I really well respect. There's a flashlight. Everything fell all over the place again. I don't know why I still have these musky lures in here. It's because I like looking at it, I guess. No, it's probably laying under the couch again. So we'll be going hunting tomorrow to find all my stuff.
Chase CVLT says Minnesota.
Yes, sir. Or they call it Minnesota. But really, I've gotten a lot of snow to live up to that name. I'm hoping we can catch some fish right here and I can stay here for the next week and a half or so. Just going to be figuring out how to catch these dudes.
Billy says feels like minus 36 at Ron's location.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's getting colder.
Chase CVLT asks, what is the tactic on catching fish this way?
It's right now, because I haven't fished here since earlier this year, I've got to figure out what they're hitting on. Earlier this year was like a pink and gold combination. But then we were only in 10 feet of water and it was extremely murky. Now tomorrow I'll get out here, I'll throw an underwater camera down and see what we're working with right here. I'm hoping I'm right on the edge of a big contour. I'm hoping that hole is probably right around 18 to 16 feet. Oh, and I bought another boat today, sight unseen. My mechanic at work has one he hasn't run in 2 years, but from what he described to me, it was too good of a deal to pass up. And if it's a decent fishing boat, it'll give me time to get the Sullivan home and get it fixed the way I want to get it done.
Is that screen down there a fish finder?
Yes, sir. Exclamation point FH, and you'll get all the stats, Chase.
Matt says need to add that to your title, FH. Chase CVLT says yay sorry I don't know shit about this stuff LMAO.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Please, by all means, ask questions. I want you to understand. You're not bothering me any. I don't mind answering questions. It's just that exclamation point FH gives you a basic layout of what I've got going on here. Like right now, we're running off just pure battery power. Jason stopped by today before I moved. I would have been moved a lot earlier, but I got some personal stuff that I'm dealing with. A longtime member of the Invasion Nation.
Regular TV asks how close is your nearest neighbor?
Probably about 50 yards. There's an aerator on this lake and everybody's parked right by it, but nobody's out here tonight. Nobody's fishing it. And I thought about backing up to there. I guess we'll just use the old flashlight and blow her up good. So the aerator will mess with your fish finder pretty good. We made quite the ruckus out here because I was in a hurry.
Billy asks so that is what car parts guy was hinting at last night.
Yeah, he's been falsely accused of some pretty bad stuff, and those of us who know him and know what's going on, it is 100% false. We know him very well. We know the situation very well. We've got 2 members of the Invasion Nation right now sitting in prison over baby mama drama. And it's unfortunate that Minnesota is a state where men can be accused of anything with almost no proof. And you'd say, oh, that's bullshit, but it's not. I can tell you verbatim that
oh man.
yeah. So there's certain phone calls you see me accept, and it's because they're calling me from jail or prison, and I will halt talking to whoever I'm talking to just to answer the phone. There will come a time within the next few months that I'm going to do a fundraiser to raise money for one of these brothers. The other one's got money coming in pretty regular, so the other one will be raising some money so I can send it to him in prison, and so he can have some nicer stuff. Because I know what it's like to be in there without stuff, getting a decent pair of tennis shoes, or having to wear people's used shoes and stuff like that. So
Chase CVLT says it's unfortunate that the justice system is heavily leaned on the female side of things.
it is.
There's been research that shows this over and over. Sad. Matt says that's nice of you to do that for them.
Because I've been there. And I've been there when I had nobody on the outside that would do it for me. Don't get me wrong, I was very guilty of what I did.
I have been meaning to ask what brand barbecue sauce that is.
It is Sweet Baby Ray's Sweet Vidalia Onion. It's the only thing I'll eat on my chicken nuggies. Unless it's like honey mustard. I like honey mustard on it too, but actually the Kraft honey mustard, or the Heinz honey mustard, sorry, is one of my favorites.
Chase CVLT says the best one. Matt says my go-to. Chase CVLT says the best. Matt says so good.
If you want one of the best barbecue sauces on the market, you got to go to BTYR. Those guys make the absolute, and they used
Chase
to be a sponsor of
CVLT
mine.
says the Hawaiian Sweet Baby Ray's is great too.
The best barbecue sauce I've ever eaten is BTYR barbecue sauce by far. It's out of southern Minnesota. It's this type of year they don't typically ship stuff because it freezes and it ruins it. But come spring, yeah, I order it by the gallon.
Matt says I will check them out. Chase CVLT asks Uncle Buster's.
Yep. That's the stuff. In my opinion, that is the best barbecue sauce I've
Okay,
ever eaten.
cool. Dash asks marking anything?
Yeah, been marking them, but I can't tell right now if it's because I can't see anything with an underwater camera this late at night. I can't tell how much interference I'm getting from the aerator until I get the camera down there. I might just say the hell with it tomorrow and back right up to the aerator. Because I plan on trying to hurry up, go into the shop early tomorrow and get out here right away. Gonna hurt the old pocketbook, not trying
Gotcha.
to milk the clock out, but I don't have much time for ice fishing left, and this is my thing.
Billy says, let me ask my nightly question. Dash, are you home, YET?
Yep, talked to him all the way out here. He was on the phone with me when I was freezing my Dash. So just so you know, the heated socks, the batteries don't last that long. I'm gonna see if you can order extra batteries.
Chase CVLT asks, what else do you do outside of this?
I drive truck. Been waiting for that oil tycoon or that Saudi oil prince to show up and put me on the sponsorship.
Dash says about 8 tonight.
Oh.
Chase CVLT asks, oh nice. Tanker?
No, I drive a custom built dock or box truck, basically. So what it is it's basically a
Dash says tanker yankers aren't truck drivers. Chase CVLT says LMAO.
So basically what it is I drive a stretched out semi truck. That is, it's 45 feet long, which is legal all the way to the legal limit of the longest single setup. I have it's a tandem axle twin screw with a tag. It has 4 automated decks in the back. I haul turkeys that are between 5 and 6 weeks old on average, and I can haul about 4,000 of them at a time. So the decks in the back are fully automated. I'm not allowed to show any pictures online because I can talk about my job, but I can't display anything from my job without prior consent I work for a very large corporate company. So,
Dash says flats where it's at. We got straps and chains and don't back out much.
yeah, I got straps, chains, and belts. Now what?
Chase CVLT says NDA yay.
Yeah. It'd be really cool if I could show you guys what I do. I think it would be awesome, but they've allowed people to do it way back in the day and they wrecked it. They ruined it for everybody else because they were irresponsible. Fish. Random hero, I'm fishing for fish.
Dash says at Random Hero 65 wet fish. Chase CVLT says a lot of my customers are truck drivers.
Oh,
They
really?
always show me all kinds of shit.
I mean, like if we were standing there, yeah, I could show you stuff. I could show you pictures, but I can't display anything on social media without their prior consent. And
I sold a bike to a guy with a motorcycle ramp attached to the back of his cab.
Yeah, seen a lot of them. One guy had his apartment sleeper decked out. He could put a smart car up in it. He'd run a winch cable out, and he had a set of ramps. He could run a smart car up inside of his semi.
That would be me 100% LMAOO. Ha ha ha, no way.
Yeah. I just got a message. I need y'all to pray for my niece. Also, she just underwent some major surgery this past week, and she's having very bad complications. I'm gonna have to get off here in a little bit. I won't be able to go down there or do anything about it, but I need to go be by my wife. So I'm sorry this is so short tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you hit that follow button. Don't forget.
Billy says on it.
If y'all could check out RonCleveland.tv, my webpage. Go check out my social stuff. We just released another clip today, or a short for YouTube. Sucks because I'm marking fish.
Chase CVLT says no need to apologize, man. Take care of yourself.
Oh, it's just...
Wifey says you're fine, dear.
Well, I'd rather be there when you get the information.
Dash says coolest thing I've seen was a big old Pete with a wheelchair lift. Driver was a great guy. Giving up wasn't in his nature.
Wifey says I am gonna go to bed.
Did you make dinner tonight, dear? I'm sorry, I decided to move late. Well, you know that.
Won't be until tomorrow.
You're gonna make dinner tomorrow?
Read your texts.
Hey. I should just be like you and not read them all day. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's getting colder
There won't
here.
be any more news until tomorrow.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll fish for a little while longer. Why aren't they hitting this? Maybe we need a smaller jig. And another minnow head. Let's see. That's chartreuse. They don't like that. They're not hitting that. What do I got for a pink and gold setup around there? Ooh. Got old pink beetles beat the hell out of.
Dash says at Lolly Invasion you should talk. You've got about 10,000 messenger posts to open yet.
No, we got this old pink and yellow Wonder Bread jig. We can throw that down there and see if that'll get some action. Wonder if this thing glows. I hate using this light because it doesn't glow anything very well. That glows. Alright, before we pull it up, find the line cutters. I need to rearrange my fish house again tomorrow. We are very disorganized. I kind of just threw everything around, getting ready to move.
Wifey says this is the closest you've been to catching fish, Cleveland. Now catch the damn things. Hee love you.
I gotta figure out what they're buying or biting on. Right now it's going to be throwing the tackle box at them until they hit something. So the chartreuse, no go.
Regular TV says dip it in that barbecue sauce.
My brother's been wearing cheaters to tie his fly line stuff on. I should maybe take his advice, especially these little jigs that I mess with in the wintertime. I just don't want to admit that I'm getting older. He's younger than I am. But having some magnified vision sure would help tying these little dudes on. This is kind of a heavy tungsten, but stick and a miss.
Dash says getting hell. You're there, bud. Enjoy the club.
My wife turned 50 this year and she's finding all these perks about being 50 years old, and I'm like, get the hell out of here. There's like some exclusive clubs for that. It's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of jealous of some of the stuff she gets to do now. So Dash, the way I figure it, they probably got about an hour and a half battery life, these socks do, if you got them up on high. But I put them on with already frozen feet, and they did warm my feet up to the point of sweating.
Matt asks Temu.
No, these actually came off of Amazon. They're recommended by D-Money Twitching. Need a bigger minnow for this one. It's a little bit bigger jig. Damn, I gotta find my fish cutting scissors. Blow her up real nice. I gotta look up one of them flash boxes. I've heard a couple people say them flash boxes are the way to go for jigs instead of these Viper lights and stuff that I use. next year I'm definitely going to be focusing on the function of this shack more than I will be the fashion. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the jacks or if I'm going to go to electric jacks or if I go back to a winch system, it'll be on a UTV winches on each side. Who knows? Maybe I'll win the Powerball and I can just, you know, hit the Powerball for 100 mil. Wouldn't that be nice for making content? So right now we would be on Lake Mille Lacs, limiting out on perch. That's what we'd be doing.
That would be nice.
Matt would break out his moldy money, drop off, you know, at least 10 grand to see what I would do with it. That'd be cool. But there's a reason it's moldy. He hangs on to her. Cut that mattress open, and y'all might know this, but Matt D89 likes to, his mattress is stuffed with $100 bills. It's like a 14-inch thick mattress. He changes them out about once a week, throws the old ones away.
Bundles. Swiss bank accounts too.
If y'all didn't know this, Tetro actually works for him at that car lot, and it's just a hobby shop for him. It's so he can get out of the house. What is wrong with me? Come on, fish. Just give us one. We need to see something. Oh, apparently I'm already following them. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah. Man, sitting here looking.
OG says, did my taxes today. Ouch.
I'm scared to do mine. I got a feeling I'll be paying in this year. What? Cat Daddy Nation 5G. That's my boy.
What's going on, everybody? This is Cat Daddy Nation. It just hit me that
I was trying to see if Half-Ass Garage was live, but they're not. This is one of them lakes that if you get out here on the daytime, you get out here in the daytime and you watch in your underwater camera and you can kind of see how the fish are reacting to certain jigs. It helps you out a lot because, so the fish on here can be really particular because there's usually a plethora of bait coming down at them. It hasn't had a lot of pressure this year, not compared to normal. And I may have to move into shallower water to get on some decent fish. But I'm going to start deep and work shallow. Right now we're at one of the deepest points of the lake at 20 feet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all my setups in here. I'm going to get them all set up on different jigs tomorrow. And you're going to watch me just start throwing down between
Dash
those.
asks, at Og Burnout want a trade?
We're going to get out here and we're just going to throw down and just start throwing lures down the hole until we find something that hits. I've got 4 or 5 more setups in the truck I'm going to bring in, get them all set up, and I'm just going to start chucking stuff down the hole until something hits. See, like now I keep marking fish, but none of them are hitting this. So it tells me either I've got the wrong presentation. Or
OG says, no thanks at Dash Life.
Sometimes you got to flip around in the water column here and see where they come through. You know, you might be marking fish down on the bottom, but it's the ones up in the water column that hit. And you got to be willing to spend some time trying to call them in. I'm usually a pretty lazy ice fisherman. I like to just...
Dash says $95? Hell yes, it'd do that.
Yeah. Hey, let me get that. The reason I turned this rod sideways is because this noodle tip with this heavier tungsten on there will actually throw the motion of the tungsten way off. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up and drop a buckshot down. I'll keep one rattle reel down with a buckshot and a big old fat head on it. Because the old wally gators in this lake tend to like that setup. But I don't know if they're out deep in this lake yet. It seems like everything this year has been in shallow.
D Money says do it.
I'm just doing a little messing around tonight. I'm going to go home here and eat some dinner shortly. I decided to move the fish house tonight. It's negative 33 here. Probably colder by now.
Dash says have a great night everyone. I'm off to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here. I got a mod that can do a raid for me. We're going to call our night for tonight. Got a little bit of fishing done. I still have to work in the morning. But I want to get my stuff done in the morning, get out here and get to fishing right away. Because I'll be working the rest of the week. I don't know that I'll have too many late nights, but I do have to wash the truck every night this week, so.
OG asks wanna go to K9?
Yeah, we can raid K9. I haven't raided K9 in quite a while.
Big Daddy yells we are going to raid K9 Gizmo. Go to their channel URL now. OG says started.
Thank you. Well, recall that good. I'll put you on the be right back screen. I gotta go out and start the truck. I gotta find the keys for the fish house. I'm on a lake where I am going to lock this up. I gotta pull the Starlink in for the night. Cover the hole.
Matt says ciao.
Mean. If I can get some time out here tomorrow, I'm going to throw the tackle box down here. I'm going to throw the underwater camera. We are marking some fish. It could be just a little perch. I raised quite a bit of ruckus out here right away tonight. And then
OG says it's odd that I can't send the raid. I have to let the timer run out.
it does that to me. That's
Matt
a Twitch
says
thing.
take it easy.
That's a Twitch thing because it does it to me all the time.